How's it going, guys? Welcome back to TheBlueShifting and welcome back to Steins Gate 0. Last time we were here, we finally got to go through... We went through a lot of side character thoughts, a lot of kind of interesting stuff going on in the background regarding Suzuha and Miuri and Daru and Yuki, who apparently are going to get married, which is pretty exciting. But we're finally coming back to something I've been really excited about, which is Okabe. I'm sorry. I want to know more about Okabe and Amadeus and all of this stuff. It's good to get the context of everything else that's going on. However, it also makes a pain to edit, which, let's be honest, it's fine. It's not like it's that taxing to edit these things, especially visual novels. They're very low-key editing, so I've been able to take advantage of that. But I have a very limited time schedule, so anytime I have to do more editing than I'm used to, it's always an investment of, lack of sleep, effectively. Before I jump into this, however, I did want to say one thing real quick, especially because Steins Gate is kind of involved with this idea. So, I went and saw Endgame. Fantastic movie. I'm not going to spoil it or give any hints about anything at all, but I am thinking of doing a video kind of analyzing it a little bit. I've done a thing like this before, way back when I was doing anime reviews, and I've kind of shunted anime reviews to live streams, which I'm hoping to actually possibly do this Saturday with the current season, because I could do my first impressions, because it was a lot of fun to do, and I want to do it again, but that's neither here nor there. The real thing I want to talk about here is, like, I'm thinking about doing a more, like, kind of right at you, kind of quick scripted, more lecturing about like an analysis of what happens in the movie and things I think are good and things I think are not good. I don't want to say too much because it's not so much because it's Avengers. It's more about the subject matter of what I want to talk about that's in that movie and how it ties to things we've seen in visual novels. I think it'd be a very interesting thing to go into, and I'm probably going to go ahead and do it. Just wanted to see, though, do you guys have any thoughts about this? Obviously, no spoilers in the comments. If you want to talk to me about something specific about it, or if you want to know more about it specifically, you can message me on the Discord. That way we can keep people spoiler-free. But ultimately, I just kind of wanted to run that past you guys. Just wanted to see, like, if I did something so different, would that be something you'd be interested in seeing? Do you think it's a little too off-brand? I think I'm going to do it regardless, but I still would love to have some insight into what you would think if I started branching out and trying out some new stuff with the channel. I just don't have the time to truly experiment. If I ever got to the point where I could, like, do this a bit more full-time, say when if I started getting some serious, like, patronage, or I started, if I ever got large enough to actually start pulling in any kind of income, I would, like, love to dive into some more, like, research-based and maybe, like, investigative projects to kind of expand our community and things that we can do when we talk about visual novels and apply it to other things. But this subject is something that I feel so strongly about, and I feel like it's a really interesting thing to talk about. I'm going to try and do it. It's a very one-time experiment. So if you have any thoughts about that, let me know. When on earth would this come out? I have no idea. This would be a heavily editing project. It'd probably take me a couple weeks to do. And I've also got to somehow try to figure out how to condense all the thoughts I have into like 10-15 minutes, because I don't think I'd want to make it longer than that based on what it's going to be. So we'll have to find out. But anyway, just thank you for that. Just if you would take the time to consider, like, what kind of other content would you be interested in seeing on the channel if I were to branch out, and do you think dipping into Endgame a little bit and talking about some of the science involved would be something you'd find fascinating. So, thank you so much, and we'll jump right back into it. So, here we are finally with Okabe talking to Amadeus. Let's just get right to the good stuff.
なんだって?
Yeah.
聞こえなかった?興味深いと言ったの。
Well, what exactly? Like, see, we're coming in like halfway through a conversation here, so.
まさか行きたいとか言い出すんじゃないだろうな。
To what?
ぜひお願い。
話すべきじゃなかったな。
What? Wait, what? Tell me. I was standing in the middle of Aikiburoko with a smartphone in one hand, staring up at the sky. I've been trying to talk to Amadeus Kurisu for as much as possible lately. That's good. It's a lot better than what he was doing last time, where he was kind of giving it a cold shoulder. Sometimes I would contact her, and sometimes Kurisu would contact me. It didn't feel any different than having a friend who lived in the real world. Excuse me. Talking on a smartphone in a crowded place like this was a little embarrassing, but I told myself that compared to the things I used to do, it was nothing. Fair point. I'd chosen harmless topics for our discussion, but it still reminded me so much of talking to the old Kurisu that I sometimes forgot myself. God, that would be so... It'd be weird. It'd be hard. It's something I genuinely could not even imagine. I think the closest thing you could ever have is if, like, you dated somebody and got to know them, and then you had either a nasty breakup or they passed away, and then a year later you found out they had a twin sister or brother, and it'd be like you're talking to them but you're not talking to them. That'd be even more different because it's like she has the memories of Kurisu, so she'll also probably have a lot of her mannerisms. Twins don't have that, but it'd still be weird. I done that just now when I accidentally told her about the lab. She had seized on it.
あんたが今話したそのラボ、オリジナルの私は行ったことが?
Oh, fetch.
ああ、いや。
はっきりしないわね。どっち?
It's complicated. I wonder, like, can he talk to her about that? Like, I kind of think he should. Like, he should express, like, alright, this is gonna sound really crazy, but I lived in another world line. Yeah, it just sounds nuts.
ないよ。
Kurisu had been a part of the lab in the Alpha world line. In this world line, she died before ever becoming a lab member. Of course, she'd never known where it was.
お前は勘違いしているようだから言っておく。ラボと言ってもラボじゃない。ただのお遊びサークルだ。
Yeah.
それに
Good people, though. And Suzuha was living there right now, and Daira spent a lot of time there. If they found out about Kurisu, things could get complicated.
言いかけてやめないでほしいわけだが。
なんでもない。
いずれにせよ、外の世界をいろいろ見て回ってみたい。今までは先輩や教授と話すときも研究室の中ばかりだったから。
Interesting. So they've never done this walk and talk thing?
だからこうして日曜の朝っぱらから池袋を案内してやっているだろう。
It'd be nice if we could take her to Nanyang, but I don't know. Once again, that's kind of awkward questions, possibly. 10 a.m. Even at this hour, the area in front of Aikibukuro station was crowded. Aikibukuro. It was not going to be. It was not going to get even. It was going to get even more crowded as it got closer to noon.
なんなら乙女ロードまで連れて行く覚悟はしていたんだけどな。
Okay.
何よそれ。
お前の知らない世界が広がっている場所だな。
Yeah, that's the Maynard's Road was the whole like isn't like the female otaku paradise that we talked about last time.
待って、今調べた。
It's man, it'd be like talking to like an intelligent Alexa.
本当に興味が湧いたか?
Yeah.
そんなわけあるか?
Oh, look at the blush. There's the old like buried otaku. Aw, she's so cute.
今日はあんたのラボに連れて行ってよ。
Man, it makes me smile so much.
私に話して聞かせた以上、責任を取りなさい。よろしくね。
Oh man, how do you say no to that? And then she hung up. Fetch. It was like I was on her own personal taxi service. Kurisu couldn't move around on her own, so there was no getting around that, but...
まったく。わがままなやつめ。
She didn't seem to think very highly of me. At this rate, she might start treating me worse than a servant. The real Kurisu was one thing, or no, maybe it wasn't. But being treated that way was an artificial Kurisu was incredibly humiliating. Wouldn't that be a humiliation for all of humanity?
No.
I don't know.
これはなんとかすべきかもしれん。
That sounded sinister. What are you talking about? As I mumbled to myself. Hey.
オカリ
I'm already smiling so much. This has been such a heartwarming episode already. I almost feel like something terrible is about to happen, but I don't think so. We're not quite at that yet. Miria called out to me. She's carrying a lot of bags. It was probably materials for one of her costumes.
ねえねえ今誰かと話してなかった
She's so snuggly. That's the thing. Like her outfit right here, she just looks so snug. Like she could just curl up and fall asleep at any point.
お今大学のゼミの友達だ。
そっか今日も遊びに行くの
Interesting.
いや、今日は別に予定はない。まゆりはこれからバイトか。
ラボでユキさんと待ち合わせ
Nice.
ラボ
Come on, man. Come on. I know it's gonna probably bring some awkward questions into this whole situation, but just go to the lab, man. This is the perfect opportunity. Was this good timing or bad timing?
そうだオカリンも久しぶりに一緒に行かないユキさんの手料理も食べられるよ
Yeah.
それとねマユシーも頑張って作る予定なのです
That might be a bit of a deterrent, but I think we should still support her because she's our close best friend.
どうかな
Come on, man. Oh, there we are. It's funny, like, it's so nondescript. I probably would never actually recognize it in real life if like a location that looked like this, but man, part of me thinks I would. In the end, I went with her.
えへへ
ずいぶん嬉しそうだな。
Yeah, she is really happy.
嬉しいよ
Oh, hang on. Is this the same day? That actually would make a lot of sense because remember we had the whole Suzuha and Yuki and how she's hiding in the back and Yuki's there and everything, and then he showed up. I think this is the same day. That makes a lot of sense. If I were paying attention, I'd probably know because of the dates right here. But you know, Miria had been smiling the whole time, but I was the opposite. The minute I got here, I was so nervous. I felt like I was about to throw up. I didn't really want to see Suzuha.
あおう岡部じゃねえか
Oh dear. Oh dear.
お
Mr. Braun himself. There he is. The door to the Braun Tube workshop was on the first floor opened, and out came the building's owner, Yugo Tenyoji, which, as we know, is a rounder. A CRT TV shop located on the first floor of the multipurpose Ubiyama building in Shirehocho, and the very back of the store is a very rare 42 CRT TV. Wait, is it really that rare? The funny thing is, I did a little research. So there was this big black TV I grew up with in my house. It was the TV we used forever. And that TV was still working and in my mom's house well past the time when I had like moved out. It was a 42-inch CRT. Like I went back and I was kind of wondering about it, and then like I got really curious when I happened to visit, and I kind of looked it up, and like sure enough, it's a 42-inch CRT, which made my day because I was like, oh fetch, I could have had a time machine in my own house. Anyway, so I don't know about it being very rare. Like it's old for sure, but the thing was a tank. It also was freaking heavy. Like if you dropped that thing on you, you would break something. So the owner of the store also owns the building. It gets a few customers a day, but strangely enough, it's been one of the few stores that survived over the years in the constantly changing landscape of Akihabara. He's got to have like, it's a hobby store. He doesn't need the money, otherwise he wouldn't be able to keep it open.
店長さんてってる
Do-do-do.
おう
T シャツ1枚で寒くないですか
I don't know, man. He's Jackhammer.
鍛えてるからな
Yeah, he is. Yeah, this is all sorts of awkward and scariness. When I'd been living in the lab, I'd given him the nickname Mr. Braun. I'd been a long time since I'd seen him.
岡部。その様子じゃ、ちゃんと大学生やってるみたいじゃねえか。
Oh, well, thank you.
どうも。そういえば家賃ってどうしてるんだっけ？
I asked Mayuri instead of him. I used to give it directly to Tenuji, but
橋田がちゃんと振り込んでくれてるから安心しな。
oh wow, daughter's taking care of it.
そうですか。
おう。
Oh yeah, that's right. He's got his hacking business. Wow, this man. Was he around during this world line too? Probably. I think he's still probably FB. There was no way I could ask him. Alright, so it just saved. So that's ominous. That's not that. Probably not calling. Oh hey, Maho. How things with Kurisu after that? Okay. So wait, I have no problems. Can we do something about her mouth? Or I want to talk to Maho too. Well, that seems really weird. That seems too direct, and that's different. That's something that's odd. So this is okay. So it just saved, and I've already played these games, so I'm freaking paranoid that this is one of those like, oh, this is the decider of what ending I'm gonna get. And if it's like the other one, like I'm gonna have to get very specific check marks, and so like I'm unlikely to get the true ending on my first go. Practically impossible, I'm sure. So no problems. It's kind of like the whatever. Can we do something about her mouth? It's kind of like the jokey. Kind of reminds me of like what got you to the true ending. But then if I want to talk to Maho too, it seems it's weird, and because it's weird, it makes me want to click it, because it's like, why does it seem so strange? Oh, I don't know what I want to say, but I do want to talk to Maho more too. Oh man, this is the choice of the century. It's not really. Let's talk to Maho. I'll talk to Maho too. Huh? What? Wait, no, absolutely not. What? Don't say that. Let me switch between the two of them. Not happening. Not for you. Oh, okay. Yeah, I want to talk to the Amadeus Maho. She's like, sorry, it was a joke. Didn't think you'd get so mad. If I knew your electronic double could be spilling secrets about your private life, you'd have no clue. It would freak you out too. I mean, I know it shouldn't happen, but that doesn't mean it won't. You're right. So, can you let me switch between them? Great, we just pissed her off. Okay, to be fair, that was worth it. It's probably sealed my fate of having a terrible ending, but it was freaking hilarious. Alright, there's no way I could ask him. Anyway, jeez, it's weird to have such a funny conversation when things are so serious right now. Couldn't help but be wary of him. That's why I started putting some distance between us. If nothing else, I'd avoid trying to interact with him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, at least in this world, his daughter hasn't gone psycho. I couldn't forget that, but like someone kind of pointed out to me, I was being paranoid. It was the Alpha World line where she like time leapt herself back into her child body. So hopefully that's not happening in this timeline, because freak, she was horrifying. Tenoji saw that I'd gone silent and went back inside. Mayuri looked over at me with a worried expression.
大丈夫? やっぱり帰る?
Now let's do this.
行こう。
Yeah. Tenoji didn't matter. What mattered was, why was I here? Did I feel like something needed to change? Or did I really want to show Kurisu the lab? I think yes is the answer to both. We need something to change, and we really should show Kurisu the lab. I went up the stairs, still unsure of the answer. He already went in first.
ごめんね、ゆきさん。ちょっと遅れちゃった。なゆりちゃん、 こんにちは。
I peeked inside the room. Daru and Yuki were there. Their eyes went wide when they saw me.
岡部さんも一緒だったんですね。
Yeah.
オカリン、久しぶりじゃん。
ああ、
Yep.
久しぶり。
I quickly scanned the room. There was no sign of Suzuha. Part of me was a little relieved.
入っても。
Funny that he's asking, man.
自分のラボで遠慮とかねえよ。
それもそうか。さすがにこの状況でクリスを呼び出すことはできなさそうだな。
Interesting. I like how they put the echo on it, so like I could hear him thinking in his own head, which is that's a first. Every time up till now, I've read his thoughts. Why did it read those thoughts that time? Very odd that they would choose to do that. Well, plus maybe he's not gonna call her, but she is listening, so maybe you can mention it or something. I don't know. I followed Mayuri to the lab and tried to relax my legs by sitting on the couch, but I didn't feel relaxed at all. I felt like my skin was crawling. I glanced over at Yuki.
ゆきさん、そのお洋服かわいい。
Wow, without that wrap, her neck looks way small. And her hair, is her hair shorter? She's definitely wearing it differently, but it looks like it's shorter. Okay, wait, so can I talk to Amadeus? No.
まゆりちゃんにそう言ってほしくて着てきたんだよ。
Aww.
いいなぁ。まゆしーも着てみたいのです。
Well, then do.
後でお洋服取り替えっこしてみる？
That sounds interesting.
サイズ合うかな？
I heard about Yuki's future from Suzuha too. I still couldn't believe something like that. Someone this pretty was going to marry Daru. We were all surprised about that.
なんだ。
Hey, I could like we all know you could ignore it, but I'm not ignoring Kurisu. You crazy?
そろそろラボに着いた頃かと思って。
No, you were spying on us. I ran into the development room in the back, clutching my smartphone. Sorry, guys. I'm sorry we probably interrupted your conversation,
お
but
前結構暇なんだな。
of course she does. She can think a million miles a second. She has nothing better to do than to work on formulas in the lab.
どうして声を潜める？もしかして私のことをお友達には知られたくないとか？
Yeah, actually, giant supercomputer intelligent Kurisu in my phone could bring up some problems.
当たり前だろ。
I hadn't even checked with Maho and Dr. Leskinen to see if it was okay to tell people about Amadeus.
まあいいわ。状況はなんとなく理解した。
Yeah? Kurisu lowered her voice as well.
少しでいいから部屋の中を見せて。カメラを掲げてくれるだけでいい。
まったく。
Come on, man. I sighed and held the smartphone up to my chest and spun around once like I was taking a video with my camera. Yeah, it's a lot of junk.
汚すぎ。
Ah, Kitanasai.
最初の感想がそれか。
Well, to be fair, it's kind of a mess.
あ、ごめん。言い直す。ガラクタだらけね。
That wasn't much better. It's the same thing. That was true.
研究室というのはどこも雑然となるものだけど、それにしてもこれはひどい。
Yeah, yeah.
真帆先輩の下宿先といい勝負ね。
Well, that's a bit of an insight.
そういう個人のプライバシーを暴露してもいいのか？
あんたからも先輩に言っておいて。部屋はちゃんと片付けた方がいいって。
そんなこと言ったら噛みつかれそうだ。
Be really funny though.
まあ、でも。
Yes. Kurisu paused and smiled.
こういうルームシェアみたいなの少し憧れてた。人が集まってるところを見ると居心地はいいんでしょうね。
Aww. She's really lonely. Yeah, Kurisu. In the Alpha World line, you said the same thing.
お前は本当は
Fetch.
おじさん、誰と話してるの？
Oh, yep, and I mean, she was just hiding right under the table there, so obviously this was gonna happen. So they heard a girl's voice from under the desk and was so surprised I screamed.
誰だ
黙って。
お前スザ
Shut up! Was she hiding? But why? Sorry, Miyori and Yuki heard me scream and ran over to see what the problem was.
オカリン、どうした
I just slipped!
の？あれ？そこにいるの、鈴葉さん？
Oh, dang it. Well, this is embarrassing.
あっちゃ。
Yeah. Suzuha looked upset. It was only then I realized who she was hiding from. Smooth, dude, smooth.
次のニュースです。明和党の駒沢康和衆議院議員が企業から不正献金を受けていた問題で、駒沢議員は今日10時から記者会見し、議員辞職する意向を表明しました。
Ooh, yeah, that's no good. Yazukazu Komazawa. So, corruption in the government. Makes sense. Oh, man. Someone had left the TV on. It was playing the afternoon news. Suzuha knew no one was watching it, but she used the remote to turn up the volume anyway. She wanted to keep the girls in the shower room from hearing us. Oh, they're doing the trading clothes, I'm guessing. You could hear Mayuri and Yuki laughing from the shower. Things had gotten really awkward when Yuki had found Suzuha, but Mayuri quickly came up with a plan. Yeah, that's weird. At first, her plan was for the three of them, including Suzuha, to shower naked together. I don't think Yuki and Suzuha were comfortable around each other. When in doubt, just go take a shower together. To be fair. Culturally, a lot more acceptable in Japan. I mean, they have like the very traditional onsen bathhouses and everything. Like, bathing together with your gender is pretty... It's not really that taboo. Technically isn't that taboo here, but at the same time, it definitely is a lot more awkward than casually like, oh, you want some people to get more comfortable with each other, just make them get naked and shower together, you know? It's like, that's not really the path that most people in America would take, but it's hilarious. Technically probably would work. Suzuha said that the shower room was too small for 3 people and refused.
参ったな。
Yeah, it is. Suzuha was staring up at the ceiling.
鈴葉のせいじゃないよ。オカリンが悪いんだ。
It is.
誰が事前に教えてくれなかったからだろ。
How was he supposed to tell you?
教えるタイミングなんてなかったじゃん。つうかオカリンさ、スマホ片手にブツブツ喋ってたけど、何してたん？
それはその
誰かと話してたよね。
Yeah.
そういうアプリがあって試しに使ってみたんだ。
おお、ギャルゲっぽいやつ。オカリンもそういうのやるようになったのか。
Oh no, Naruto.
そういうことなら、後で僕のおすすめアプリ教えるお。
No. Thanks. I guess I managed to fool them about Amadeus. Now you felt
何にせ
Daru.
よ、私がうかつだったよ。おじさん、さっきは驚かせてごめん。
そもそも彼女から隠れる必要があるのか？すでにダルの妹で通っているんだからコソコソする方が逆に怪しまれるだろう。
Suzuha tried to avoid Yuki to begin with. Just meeting her father was enough to potentially cause a time paradox, she said, and the chance went up every time even more if she met her mother. But Yuki had found her before long, and Suzuha had been forced to say she was Daru's little sister. Yuki believed it, so why make things any more complicated?
そうなんだけど、母さんが思った以上に私と仲良くなりたがるんだ。
Oh, sorry. Curse you,
会
hand!
話しすぎるとボロが出かねない。
Yeah, there's a lot of potential issues here. I mean, and plus, like, when they eventually get married and have their daughter, they're gonna name their daughter Suzuha. Like, when they do that, isn't that going to cause potential problems? Like, why did they pick the name? Did they pick the name because they knew this Suzuha and like she vanished and Dagger's like, oh, the name after my little sister? Like, that becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. That's the beginning of a paradoxical problem. Not a bad problem, but it easily could get out of hand.
嫌悪するか興味を示すかのどちらかだろうな。
Fetch. And Yuki Amane was the latter.
嫌われた方がずっと楽だよ。
いっそ事実を打ち明けるわけにもいかないか。
Yeah, not a good idea. Right now, only a few people knew that Suzuha was a time traveler. Me, Dagger, Miyori, and Ferris. That was all.
つうか、このまま何も説明しなくていいんじゃね？
I just realized though, Amadeus is absolutely listening to all of this.
天音氏はなんつうか秘密とか無理に聞きたがるような人じゃないと思うんだよね。鈴葉ならよくわかってるんじゃないか。
確かに未来の母さんはそんな人じゃなかったけど。
じゃあ大丈夫だって。いずれ時が来たら僕からちゃんと説明しとくよ。
本当？
Yeah. After you get married?
わかった。父さんに任せる。
Suzuha nodded.
で今後は天音氏を露骨に避けるのやめるっつうことで。
うまくやれるかどうか自信ない。
大丈夫だって。
お前が言うなって話だけどな。
Yeah, well, true. Since when have you been the king of keeping everything up to him?
相変わらず苦手意識出しまくってたじゃないか、お前。
僕のことは今はどうでもいいっしょ。
I think you're all at fault here, which is why you're like absolutely starting to feel like a family. And then the conversation came to a halt, which meant we started thinking about the voices coming from the shower room. Oh dear.
つうわけで。
Oh no, I don't like that look at his face. Tyler opened his mouth. Perhaps he couldn't take it anymore.
ニコ生見てもいいかな。ブラチューの生特番があるんだ。
Wait, Nico live streaming, so it's like a Twitch streamer or something, and Bloodtoon? What could that be? Alright, Bloodtoon. Fictional anime called Bloodtoon. The animation, originally a manga, it was animated last year, showed drew a lot of attention from the anime fans, and the main heroine, Serial Orgel, became popular enough to have many figures. Bloodtoon. Maybe True Blood? I know that's a show. Or is it? Oh no, True Blood's like a live-action American show. That's not an anime. I don't know. Definitely not familiar with the one they're referencing here, sadly. And Nico live streaming fictional, a live streaming service offered by the majority streaming site Niconia Video. So this must be like an alternative YouTubing site kind of thing. So once again, though, it might be a very Japanese-oriented one that I'm just not familiar with. So if any of you would like to educate me, feel free to. Excuse me.
不許可って言っても主張するんでしょ？
Aww. Of course he is.
じゃあどうぞ。
Suzuha sighed and Dyer sat in front of the PC and put his headphones on. Doesn't change.
何？おじさん。
いや、仲のいい親子だと思ってさ。
It's
そう
true.
かな。
ああ、未来でもダルはこんな感じだったんだろ。
もっと痩せててかっこよかったけどね。
He was thinner and cooler. Aww.
想像もつかないな。
He didn't look that much thinner, but yeah, he probably was. I mean, tough times. And the conversation died again. There were a ton of things I needed to talk to Suzuha about. But that was why I couldn't say a word. Maybe it wasn't the same for her. Since there was nothing else to do, Suzuha and I turned back to the TV. The news was still on.
今日、東京銀座でフランスのファッションブランドル・パラディのオープニングイベントが行われました。
Okay. As the newscaster spoke, I could see over 100 women lined up in front of a store.
平和だね。私が物心ついた頃には、すでにこんな光景は存在しなかった。
Wow. On the TV, a girl in a pretty outfit was talking to an interviewer.
羨ましいな。
Yeah.
彼女たちは誰も殺さなくていいし、誰にも殺されないんだね。
Jeez. Freaking heavy-handed, man.
私が育った時代はさ、相手が男だろうと女だろうと容赦なく殺さなきゃいけなかったんだ。次の瞬間には自分の命が終わるかもしれない。そんな恐怖が寝ても覚めてもつきまとってた。
Yeah, unfortunately, I think the beta world line did turn out worse than the alpha. The alpha world line was terrible, how it sapped all the joy of, like, living out of people by forcing them to live, like, as they were told to. But this one, horrible.
恐怖を忘れるためには狂気に身を任せて自分が殺す側に回るしかなかったよ。
That was war. That was Suzuha's life. I'd been too many nightmarish world lines, but none of them were that bad.
父さんたちはタイムマシンのことで反政府組織とみなされてね。
Dara had made the time machine that brought Suzuha here. It was far more powerful than the one that existed in the alpha world line.
私も軍から離脱して父さんたちに加わったから警察や治安部隊に追われることになった。それからはもっともっとひどい戦闘が何度もあったよ。
Dang.
正義のための戦いなんて綺麗な言葉は使いたくない。たくさん殺したし友達や仲間も大勢殺された。その中には私の母さんもいた。
Dara was still staring at the computer screen, but I could see him twitch. He must have been listening to Suzuha while he pretended to look at the screen.
軍の無人機から私を守ろうとして機銃掃射で死んだよ。
And she had to watch that. This was the first time I'd heard how Yukiya Amane died. She was in the next room right now, having fun in the shower, and this was how she was going to die?
この目でズタズタにされていく母さんを見た。この全身で母さんの生温かい血を浴びた。
Maybe the reason Suzuha didn't want to talk to her mother in 2010 was that she didn't want to ask her about the future. Her asking about the future. Hang on a second. Suzuha and Okabe need to talk to each other. Look at this parallelism that you've got right here. Suzuha, sitting in the past, trying to not mess with the past too much, but has to meet, listen to, see over and over again her mother, who she sees die in the future, that she loves desperately. But you know that every time she sees her, thinks about her, she's going to think about that moment. And then Okabe, he has Amadeus Kurisu with him. And every time he sees the blood on his hands, it was an accident, and he knows it was an accident, but still, like, the trauma, the violence, they both are scarred and shattered people because of that. And yet they're having to confront pretty much either the actual person or in a copy so similar, it's uncanny. Dang. Could you imagine that? That's one of the greatest burdens, I think, of knowing the future would be, like, to try and stay normal, knowing what was coming. There was no way Suzuha could tell her that.
ねえ、
Oh, man.
おかりおじさん。
Don't cry on me, man. At some point, Suzuha's eyes just started overflowing with tears.
この世界線の行き着く先は地獄しかないんだ。今すぐじゃなくていい。時間切れにはまだ少しだけ時間があると思う。だからもう一度だけその考えてお願い。
I mean, come on, Okabe.
お願いだよ。
俺は
I knew it. In my mind, I knew it. The right thing to do was to do what she asked. But
死にたくないよ。
sensation I felt when the knife slipped into her flesh and took the life of the girl I loved. It went from my hand to my arm and to the rest of my body as I started shaking. My vision blurred, then almost went black. My hands went to my mouth. There was a wave of pain, like my stomach was turning inside out.
おじさん、
大丈夫か、オカリン。
悪い。
Suzuha poured me a cup of water and I gulped it down.
ごめん。こんなことまだ話すんじゃなかった。
いや、大したことない。大丈夫だ。
I sank into the sofa and tried to calm down.
鈴葉の言いたいことも気持ちもよくわかるんだ。けど俺は何度も世界線を漂流してきた。こことは違う世界線でタイムマシンに運命を翻弄される人たちを見てきた。
I looked straight to Suzuha's eyes.
お前の非業の結末さえ見てきた。俺自身もそれに巻き込まれて何もかも無力だってことを知った。
Humanity was powerless before the laws of this world.
タイムマシンを使って世界線を改変するのはこの宇宙の仕組みから逸脱することだ。俺たち人間が手を出していい領域じゃない。いわば神の領分なんだ。それに触れれば俺たちはもっともっと残酷な罰を受けることになる。俺はそう思う。
Yeah. It's true, he has a lot of evidence to support this.
それがオカリンおじさんの答えなの？
少なくとも今はな。
そう。
ただの逃げだとなじってくれてもいい。
うん。そんなことしないよ。
I wish you would. Suzuha looked up at the ceiling and sighed. It must have been a habit she'd picked up lately.
続いてのニュースです。
Uh-oh.
厚生労働省はアメリカで猛威を振るっている新型の脳炎ウイルスについて今のところ日本国内での発症例は報告されていないと発表しました。
Wait. Encephalitis? That sounds like it has phallic in there. That can't be right.
ただこの新型脳炎は潜伏期間が長いことからすでに国内に上陸している可能性も否定できないとして、
Well, what does this disease do?
感染症法に基づき全国の医療機関に対して新型脳炎対策と感染症発生動向の速やかな調査を指示しました。
Okay.
ここからはお茶の水医科大学の春山倉庫教授にお話を伺います。
Haruyama. Okay.
春山さん、この新型の脳炎というのは具体的にはどのような症状が出るものなのでしょうか。
新型脳炎は感染力は弱いのですが潜伏期間が長く突然発症します。症状としては幻覚や記憶障害が主ですね。
Oh my gosh. Fubuki was having that, wasn't she? If these are... Oh my gosh. I'm not going to go any further because I'm having ideas, and you know how I love my ideas. So, hallucinations and memory problems. We know that the World War III ultimately is a war about time travel. And if it's based off the records that were in the paper that survived the process of flying to Russia, then ultimately it's about sending memories, digitized memories into the past. So what if this is people in the future trying to send messages back to themselves or to other people to try and stop the war from coming? And instead it's just breaking through as an apparent disease.
例えばそうですね、会社で仕事をしていたはずなのに気がつくと家にいたりですとか、 会ったこともない人に会った記憶があるというような症例が報告されています。
That's really weird.
あとは実際には発生していない事件が起こった覚えがあるなどといった記憶の混乱も現れているようです。夢と現実の区別ができなくなったり、時間感覚を失ったり、周りの人と記憶が一致しなくなるので錯乱状態に陥ったり、
Oh my gosh.
いわゆる寝ぼけているような状態、デジャブのようなものと言えますが、もっと症状がはっきりしています。
These are the symptoms of time leaps. Deja vu, the name of a strange sensation when you feel like you've been through a situation before, even though you know it can't possibly have done so. The sensation is strong and realistic enough that it cannot simply be attributed to forgetfulness or imagination. But since you can't remember when or where you experienced it before, it creates a strong feeling of unease. The cause of this sensation is still unknown. One theory says that it's a result of extremely rare but temporary disjunction between the parts of the brain that govern recall and memory. Another theory says it's a result of a temporary spasm of the hippocampal gyrus. Yeah, so the first one, the idea is that like your brain has a pattern. You take in sensations, you process the sensations in short-term memory. You think about it in your frontal lobe where you process the information like and analyze it, then send it into long-term memory for storage. And they're saying that deja vu could be where your brain just kind of circumvents the system, where it does it out of order, where you take in everything, it goes to the hippocampus, it gets filed into long-term memory, and then brought into from long-term memory into your prefrontal cortex to be analyzed. And then it feels like a memory, even though it's brand new information is coming in. Personally, I think that's probably what it is, but not in this case.
治療法についてはいかがでしょう。
他の脳炎と違いまして、適切な治療を受ければ比較的速やかに完治することが分かっています。ですので、もし国内で感染者が出たとしても、それほど恐れることはないと思いますよ。
The reporter was still talking, but I couldn't hear what she was saying. The information I just heard was that shocking. A new kind of encephalitis? I knew the symptoms she was describing. Losing the ability to discern between dreams and reality. Losing your sense of the passage of time. Your memories no longer matching those of the people around you. That was exactly the same as reading Steiner. That is troubling on a lot of levels. Oh, hey, we're going back to Suzuha in the past, which means more editing for me! Yay! And we're going to find out more about Kagari. Oh, poor Kagari. By the way, you pointed out, yes, Kagami, which is, Sumika from Love. That is a very similar name. Maybe that's what I was thinking it was last time. I still think Kagari sounds familiar for another reason. I'm not sure what, though. Oh. The interior of the time machine smelled like metal and was covered in instruments of different sizes. The girl inside was sobbing. It had been almost an hour since Suzuha had left to go look around. She had assumed that Kagari would have stopped crying by then, but she had no such luck.
いつまで泣いてるつもりだ。しっかりしなきゃダメだ。まゆ姉さんの気持ちを考えろ。
Kagari, Sheena looked up at Suzuha, and her face wet with tears.
Mama. だから泣くんじゃない。鬱陶しい。
Oh, Suzuha. I know you've got to become, like, super hard as nails, but good grief. Suzuha walked over to Kagari and knelt down so they'd be at eye level. She had no intention of spoiling her. Her goal was to save billions of lives, and this was her first mission.
いいか？これからはかがりもワルキューレの一員とみなす。私の部下として扱う。非戦闘員じゃないからな。
Valkyrie. What a fun name. Demigoddess from Norse mythology, there are many Valkyries, and the least several dozen are given names. They chose who would die in the battlefield and who would be victorious, and they take the souls of those who fought bravely to Valhalla to prepare for the coming of Ragnarok. Skuld, one of the three Nords of the goddess of the future, is a Valkyrie. Norns, sorry. So, Maybe this is just another alternate universe of the Love, like a much further branch off of it. It's like Suzuha in World War III was a member of the Valkyries. She'd be a fantastic addition.
ここは1975年だ。知ってる人間は誰もいない。父さんもマユ姉さんも出生してない。つまり、誰も守ってくれないんだ。
Yeah.
自分の身を守るのは自分だけだと思え。いいな。
You have to be strong. Kagari was a brave girl. She finally realized that now wasn't the time for tears. She tried to stop crying. It wasn't working well, but it was a lot better for her emotions than sobbing. She was a smart girl. Suzuha knew that.
あまり時間がない。この時代の人間にタイムマシンが見つかったら大騒ぎだ。
True. The machine had landed on the roof of the radio building, which wasn't a spot that people visited often. The chances of anyone finding it were slim. But in this era, they had no one to help them conceal it. That meant they couldn't stay long. She needed to finish her mission quickly and move to the next time period.
何か失敗したら、またタイムマシンで時間を戻ればいいんじゃないの？燃料の問題があるんだ。ジャンプできる回数は無限じゃない。肝心の場面で動作しなかったら話にならない。そうなんだ。立てるか？
Suzuha stepped outside the machine and beckoned to Kagari. Kagari looked surprised. Her eyes were narrowed at the bright sunlight. The sky above Tokyo at this time period was too dirty to be called blue. Smoke and dust clouds filled with who knew what were rising from rows of the smokestacks. It all combined with the black exhaust from the cars that scurried along the ground to create the smog so thick you could literally see it. The sky above the city was covered by a veil of death. Dang, I didn't realize it was that bad, but then again, Tokyo is, and has been for a while now, one of the largest cities in the world. Still, it was the first clear sky that Kagari had ever seen. She had only known from books and videos that the sky could be this bright. The nuclear weapons used during the Third World War had changed the weather over Tokyo, and the skies were constantly covered in dull gray clouds. Fetch. The sun's light was always weak when it was shone through them, and it was never this bright. Can you imagine that? Like, where, like, she just described, like, the cloud of death of, like, smog over Tokyo, and that's considered bright, healthy air? Dang.
私が子供の頃は、まだこんな感じの空だった。少しだけど覚えてるよ。
Suzuha looked up at the sky too.
空気が美味しい。
In 2036, you needed a filter and a mask to go outside for any length of time. Compared to that, 1975 was a lot cleaner.
わかるだろ、かがり。父さんたちがどうして世界線の改変に全てをかけていたのか。世界線がどうとか、歴史がどうとか、そんな理屈は後でいい。今はただ、この空の色を守りたいと思えば。
Kagari slipped her hand into her pocket and took out a faded green Upa keychain. She stared at it with a sad look on her face. She was probably thinking about Mieri and her mother. She was probably trying to understand what it meant that her mother had put her inside the time machine. Suzuha decided that Kagari was all right now and closed the hatch on the time machine from the outside. The lock flipped on automatically. The only person who could open it now was Suzuha, whose biometrics had been loaded into the system ahead of time. Even if someone did find the machine, it would be a while before they found out what it was.
かがり、これを見ろ。
Oh, hey, IBM 5100. Oh no. Suzuha handed her a printout of a photo.
これ何？ IBN5100 っていうレトロ PC だ。
Wait, so fictional IBM's first portable computer, which went on sale in 1975. The design includes an integrated monitor and keyboard, and while it's described as portable, it weighs almost 25 kilograms. In the 2000s, John Titor revealed that there was a special computer language that could only be used on devices of this type, which is not described in the manual. IBM's developers would later admit that he was correct. Now, here's the thing. It says fictional, but I believe that this is based on an actual computer that looks a lot like it, right? Or is there actual, I always thought IBM 5100 was an actual computer model, but if it's saying it's fictional, maybe it's just a similarly named one?
私たちの時代に存在していたものはどれも満足に動かない。けど、この時代なら感動品が入手できる。これを手分けして探すのが私とお前の最初のミッションだ。
Interesting.
連絡はこれで。
She handed Kagari a small transceiver.
通信できる距離はかなり短いらしいから気休め程度だと思え。オーキードーキー。90分ごとにこのビルの前に集合。状況を確認。それを繰り返す。いいな。オーキードーキー。
Dang.
いい返事だ。
Suzuha nodded and patted Kagari at the head.
よし、ミッション開始。
Mission starts. Dang. Suzuha was on the top of the radio building in 2010, looking down.
35年か。
That's how long ago it had been in real time since she'd spoken to Kagari here. From her perspective, it had only been a few months. The view from up here had changed a lot since then. In the next 26 years, it would change even more. She'd seen for herself how this building changed over the span of 61 years. The thought didn't make her feel sentimental. Instead, she felt a loneliness and fear coming from having the past not shared with anyone else. Using the time machine to change the world line means breaking the rules of the universe. Rintaro Okabe's words flashed through her mind. Is she about to jump into it? Still, lately, she'd been thinking more about Kagari. She'd been searching the city at regular intervals. She was looking for Kagari Shina. So she had lost her. She didn't even know she was in Tokyo. She had no clues. She didn't even know what Kagari looked like now. So maybe it was a waste of time. Even so, she had to find Kagari herself. But she hadn't had any better luck today. The music's really kicking in strong. She turned around and looked towards the time machine. She would come here every day. Her primary reason for coming was to see if her father, Itaru Hashida, had been here. Anytime she let her guard down, he would come to try and examine it. She told him that it would cause a time paradox, but he didn't listen. She needed to keep constant watch. To be honest, she had a lot of things she had to do. And then she heard the metal door and the roof open. Was it her dad? She squinted in the darkness. The person she saw was much smaller than Itaru and had a cat ears coming out of their head. Hey.
Nya nya, ita ita.
Hey, Ferris.
すずにゃん、こんばんはだにゃん。なんだ、ルミ姉さんか。
Aww. Ferris Nyan Nyan had a spring in her step as she approached Suzuha.
ルミ姉さんって誰のことかにゃ？フェイリスはフェイリスにゃ。
Yeah.
ルミ姉さんはルミ姉さんだよ。
Ferris's real name was Rumiho Akiya. She was daughter's friend and had helped them in many different ways in 2036. So Suzuha had known her ever since she was very young and had always called her big sis Rumi. For whatever reason in this era, she always wanted to be called Ferris, though. When Suzuha asked why, she simply responded, Ferris is Ferris, Nyan. And the answer has meant nothing to Suzuha.
ラボに誰もいなかったから、こっちかなと思ったら正解だったにゃ。はい、差し入れ。余り物で悪いんやけど。
Aww. Ferris showed her a cake box with the logo from the maid cafe where she worked, Maid Queen Nyan Nyan.
父さんがラボに不在でよかったよ。
I'm glad. If he ate something like that at this hour, he'd get even fatter.
ダルニャンじゃなくてスズニャンへの差し入れにゃ。
私に？なんで？
Aww.
にゃふふ好きなくせに。
Bandit's grinned and nudged Suzuha to the side of her elbow.
私は別に。
アップルタルトにモンブラン、あとイチゴのショートケーキもあるにゃ。ほら、美味しそうだにゃ。
I'm guessing Suzuha's not a fan of sweets. Bandit opened up the box and showed her what was inside. Suzuha could smell the sweet cream and fruit.
さあ、今すぐ美味しく食べるといいにゃ。心置きなく食べるといいにゃ。ほら、あんして、その可愛いお口に食べさせてあげるにゃん。
Aww.
で、冷蔵庫にしまって明日食べる。
Ah, Ferris, you're so nice.
スズニャンはストイックにゃ。
Ferris laughed and handed over the box.
賞味期限は明日だから、明日中に食べなきゃダメにゃぞ。
ありがとう。
どういたしまして。
Meow, or welcome. Ferris gave her a mischievous wink and looked up at the time machine beside them.
ダルニャンのタイムマシン研究の方はどうかにゃ。
頑張ってはいるみたい。ルミ姉さん、このマシンまだここに置いておいても？
With her power, they probably could. Suzuha looked around the roof as she asked. It was solely thanks to Ferris that no one really noticed the massive object on the roof. She was the heir to the rich family that had a lot of influence in this area and had contributed a lot of development of Akihabara. She was helping to hide the time machine.
このフロアというか屋上はフェイリスが借り上げちゃったから平気にゃ。オーナーさんには体感ゲームの研究をしてるって言ってあるにゃ。ちょっと苦しいわけにゃけど。
助かるよ。
気にしないでいいにゃ。この世界のエレメンタルを売薬兵たちの魔の手から救うためなら、フェイリスはいつでも協力するにゃ。
Okay, elementals I can get, but the Byaki? What are those? Byaki, winged interstellar creatures that appear in the Cthulhu mythos. They were created by August Derleth, the co-creator of the Cthulhu mythos, along with H.P. Lovecraft, and appeared in such stories as The House of Kerwin Street. They are described as being chimera-like creatures with around 3 meters tall, with the wings of a petrosaur, the legs of an eagle, and the tails like a bee's. Dang, that sounds weird. Despite their terrifying appearance, they understand human speech and they feel it's in their best interest. They can even work together with humans. In space, they usually travel at around 1/10 of the light speed, but an organ called the Hoon in their tail allows them to fly faster than the speed of light. The Byaki are supposedly servants of Hatsuru, the god of shepherds, a creation of Ambrose Bicere, author of the famous Devil's Dictionary. What? I don't even know what half of that meant. I am not familiar with the Cthulhuism. Alright, the 4 elements. The 4 spirits who control the elements of earth, water, fire, and air. Their existence was first proposed by the Swiss alchemist Pericles in his book, The Book of Fairies. He described them as beings not dead, like ghosts, but not alive, like humans, and as being spiritual creatures of an extremely nebulous nature. Interesting. Pericles struggled to explain exactly what they were, and in the end decided to classify them as things. He divided them as follows. The element of earth is controlled by the pygmies of the mountain, or the gnomes. The element of water is controlled by the nymphs of the water, or the Udine. The element of fire is controlled by the salamanders of the fire, or the Vulcans. Nice. The element of the air is controlled by the sylphs of the wind, or the Sylvestris. Pericles' theory had a huge effect on alchemists and authors, both of his own and later generations, who filled in the gaps in his work. In the fantasy genre in particular, elements have become a mainstay. Absolutely, they have. Even Star Trek with Vulcans. Alright, anyway.
そう。昔から、いや、今からしたら未来か。思ってたんだけどさ、ルミ姉さんの話って、 時々すごく難しくなるんだよね。一体何語？
What language is it? It's
考
geek.
えるんじゃない。感じるのにゃ。
Don't think, feel. She's a Jedi Master.
いいやいいや。
寒いにゃ。フェイリスはお家に帰ろうかにゃ。
I would love it. Ferris would be the best and most crazy Jedi Master ever. In the end, she never could get an answer to Suzuha. To Suzuha, Ferris was always a great mystery.
送っていくよ。一緒に出よう。
Aww.
それじゃあついでにうちでご飯も食べてくといいにゃ。
そういうつもりで言ったわけじゃないんだけど。
どうせ普段大したもの食べてないにゃ。
Aww.
スズニャンのストイックさを見てるとフェイリスがなんとかしてあげにゃきゃーって思っちゃうにゃ。保護欲？母性？とにかくそういうのがかきたてられるのにゃ。
Aww.
私は大丈夫だから。
Before she finished her sentence, she felt someone looking at her. She glanced around.
にゃ、どうしたのにゃ。
What is this? She listened carefully. She definitely heard a very faint sound from the direction of the metal door that led to the stairs. It was small enough that Suzuha was only able to notice it because of her training.
誰かいる。
Uh-oh.
にゃにゃ。
多分話を聞かれた。
Most of the discussion was worthless, but they talked about the time machine a little. If someone heard that... Go, 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 go. Suzuha yanked out her gun out of her jacket and in an instant ran towards the stairs as fast as she could. Well, I thought it was about to end. I don't think I can. She heard someone running down the stairs as soon as she did. The sound, heavy military boots and a wide stride, got further and further away. Fetch!
早い。
Military boots. She opened up the door and jumped onto the landing. Then she raced down the stairs, skipping 3 steps with every stride. But still, it wasn't fast enough. Suzuha was born fast, and she'd been trained to be faster, but it wasn't enough. When she finally made it to the 2nd floor, she could hear the loud revving of a motorcycle.
まず。
She panicked and slipped on an object that had been left in the hallway halfway up the stairs, then rolled her way to the bottom. She managed to get into the right position to protect her head, so it was her hips that struck the ground. Ow. Ow. She forced herself to stand up and run outside. She could see the taillights of a large motorcycle speeding away. The driver was wearing a black helmet and riding suit, and already a good distance away, so she couldn't even tell if they were a man or a woman. They revved their engine loudly as if to mock her, and then spun a corner and disappeared onto Center Street. Well, that's problematic.
スズニャン。
A little late, Ferris caught up.
大丈夫かにゃ。
逃げられた。
それしまった方がいいにゃ。
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's not good. People see the gun. She put the gun in her hands back in her jacket holster and brushed away that hair that sweat had stuck to her brow.
今の誰にゃ。
わからない。けど一般人じゃない。訓練されてると思う。
訓練？
Yeah. That's not
階段
good.
に何か落ちてなかった？
バッグが転がってたにゃ。
ちょうど死角になる位置だった。多分わざと落としたんだよ。しかも私がそこを通るタイミングでエンジンを空ぶかしした。見事に引っかかったよ。
トラップってことかにゃ。
Yeah.
ああいうことがとっさにできるっていうのは特殊な訓練を受けてるからだ。じゃなきゃ無理。
It's really bad. Suzuha glared at the direction the bike disappeared and started to think. Who was it? CERN? There was an unofficial CERN group, the Rounders, that were searching for the IBM 5100s in Akihabara. Rentaro Okabe had told her that. But he'd only encountered them in another world line.
誰かはわからないけど、私たちの他にタイムマシンのことを知ってる奴がいるのは間違いない。
That's really bad. Was that was it that they knew about it or weren't going to do anything and weren't going to do, but they weren't going to do anything more? Or did they intend to steal the time machine from her? If anyone wants to have access to a time machine, of course they're going to try and steal it. Since she didn't know, she had to assume the worst, or she wouldn't be prepared to deal with it. She looked up at the sky and sighed. It was becoming a bad habit.
ねえ、ルミ姉さん。このことは、オカリンおじさんには内密にしておいて。
Tell him what?
今のオカリンおじさんが知ったら、タイムマシンを破壊しろって言いかねない。危険だからって。でしょ？
そうにゃけど。
私は絶対にマシンを守るよ。シュタインズゲートの入り口へ、オカリンおじさんを連れて行かなきゃいけないんだから。
Oh, man.
それが未来の父さんとの、私をここに送り出してくれた人たちみんなとの約束だからさ。
すずにゃ。わかったにゃ。その代わり、ダルニャにだけはちゃんと話しておくこと。
オーキードーキー。
This is gonna be problematic. The last part was almost a whisper as her words melted into Akihabara's sky. Well, that's ominous and bad in every sense of the word. Hey, she did not look happy. She doesn't sound happy either. But we'll have to get to Maho next time. Thank you guys so much for being here today. Well, that was interesting. It opened up with such good feelings. Then we got the lab encounters. Then we got Suzuha's horrific past. And then we look into the past, and we're going to learn a bit more about the abandoned girl. The girl that she lost when she came to visit Tokyo 35 years before this. And now, somebody highly trained is snooping on the time machine. This bodes very, very poorly for the rest of us, and I'm terrified of what that could mean. Well, we'll have to see what happens next time. So thank you guys so much for being here today. Thank you so much for joining me as always. It's a pleasure having you here. It's a pleasure sharing this journey with you. It's just fun. I can't think of anything else to say other than the fact that it's just an absolute blast to have you. So I appreciate the time you take with me and listen to your comments and helping me interpret things that I don't quite understand and keeping me up to speed on stuff. Is awesome. Remember, no spoilers. I do think I might have passed one of the first flags, so no spoilers whether I did or not. I'll find out eventually, but if anything, just enjoy the fact that I sit here and squirm trying to figure out what decisions are actually going to matter in the future, but we'll have to find out. Anyway, thank you guys so much for being here today. Thank you so much for joining me, and until the next video you're watching me, or whatever, have to see me in next. I'll see you there.